Morning, everyone. Hi, Suzanne. Lovely to see you. I'm really sorry that today wasn't scheduled until this morning. I had internet problems, so I couldn't do it last night. It wasn't exactly internet problems. So I have a new computer. I also have my old computer, and most of the stuff that I use to go on to the scheduling is on my old computer, which is on a go slow, like it's not really going at all. So I have to wait forever for everything to load. And last night it just kept telling me this wasn't responding and that wasn't responding. And in the end, Lorraine wasn't responding. I turned it off and went to bed. So how are we all today? So what's it like here on the Fraser Coast? Cloudy, raining, windy. So not a particularly lovely day, but that's okay. Alrighty, so what have I got today? Today we're going to make a chevron card. I've been looking at these for a little while and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So today I thought, okay, that's what I'll do. I've also been thinking about what I'm going to do to schedule for while I'm away. So I'll leave that for a minute and I'll tell you more about that as we go through. So the card that we're doing today doesn't take long to do, but there's a little bit of folding in it. So that's good. So what I might do is just pop down to the desk, if I can find the right button. There we go. Let's go down to the desk. And the first thing that we've got this morning is our wonderful starter kit special. So I don't want to go on for ages about this. However, it is one of the best starter kits I've known since I've been a demonstrator. So from up until the 31st of May, new demonstrators get 303 Australian dollars worth in products for only $169. Okay, so if you're sitting on the shelf for the whatever they call it sideline and deciding whether or not it's something that you would like to do, now is the best time to do it. Okay, so if you boil that down to layman's terms, it means that you pay $169, you get $134 worth of product for free. Then on top of that, once you've joined, you get a 20% discount. And on top of that, you get a 10% rewards credit, which you can use. You can save them up or you can use them as you go along. Okay, good morning, Sue. Good morning, Lynn. How are you this morning? I was just saying it's wet, windy, and overcast and raining here. So not a particularly wonderful morning. So I think it's a good morning to do some extra craft stuff. So that's our special, people. So if you were thinking about it, getting all those extras, all those bonuses, and getting really good quality products at an excellent price, then now is the time for you to have a look at it. Now, if you were wanting to join, I have a very small team at the moment, but there's a join my team QR code up there, and I would love to have you on my team if you don't already have a demonstrator in Australia. All right, so let's move that out of the way. That's the housework done. All righty. Today we're going to make a chevron card. All right. So, morning, Daryl. How are you this morning? Good to see you. So this is a chevron card. So we have these cute little bits that pop up. Okay. And I'm really not sure about this. I got the B something or rather. Let me look. Oh, meant to be. I got this meant to be kit. And it does have some cute stuff in it, I think. And I'm sure it's great for, maybe a children's card or something like that. But, we are meant to be. Obviously, that one is like, you can use that one for like a Valentine's card, I suppose. And then this one here, I'll just show you this is now look at this. I have to say, I really love that, but I love any nesting dies, so that's really good. And then we have parts of the bee that we can cut out. So that was how this little bee here was made. And would you believe I don't actually own a black ink? So, well, I do, but look, I don't know how old it is, but this is what I used. I've had it for years, and it did work enough for me to do this last night, or yesterday. So it does make a cute little card. The bee and what have you, and the papers are gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen them, but these are the papers. They're a bit muddled up because I went through them yesterday. But we've got the flowers with the stripes on the back. These are the little bees here with the like little honeycomb shapes on the back. There's another bee there with the plaid on the back. And these ones, I think it's supposed to say honey or something on there, but the little jars that you could have put a bee with that. And then you've got, like, how you do the little dots to make it look like the bee's flown away. So that's what you've got on the outside, on the opposite side of that one. Let me show you up close. Can you see it? It's just like the little lines that looks like the bee's flown away. So there's that one. I do admit that I am going to have to really put my thinking cap on as to where and how I'm going to use it. But hey, that's all part of it, isn't it? This one's rather cute, this lovely little bee here, and it has the little hearts on the back. And then we've done that one. And then there's this one here with the little flowers on the back. And that's back to the first one that I used. So there's lots of pinks and greens. We've got basic black in there, bubble bath, daffodil delight, old olive, petunia pop, and pool party. So a nice little mixture, really. It just seems that there's a lot of pink, I think. Well, there you go. Does it go with the stamp set? Yes, Daryl, it does. So with the stamps, so I had this stamp here. Well, I used the smaller one, which is like, let me take that off because it makes it shiny. Probably doesn't make much difference, but anyway. This one, which was the small body of the bee, and then so I stamped that in yellow. Pop that there. And then I stamped this bit, which is like the lines and the little tail. I stamped that one. Did I stamp that? Oh yeah, I stamped the yellow, and then I stamped that over the top of it. In here, you've got the little antenna things. There's a tiny little face there, and I mean, it is tiny, tiny. You see it there? Yep. And there's a couple more here. And then these here, that's the big wings, and that's the smaller wings. So I used the smaller wings. Here, remember that line of where the bees flown away? We've got one of those here, which is rather nice. And we've got a flower. And I'm not really sure where that will go. No, not really sure where that would go, and all that little dot there, but I'm sure if I looked at it long enough, I'd work it out. Okay, so you've got two sized bees, And then the wording is love this life and cute as can be. We are meant to be. So you can see here. So you've got the small one, the next one, and then the same here. You've got the little faces up there. You've got the flower. Again, these two, I'm not really sure what I would do with those, but who knows? There must be something, hey? All right, so yes, you can cut the whole thing out. Now I've lost my, oh no, I haven't. You can cut once you've stamped it, you can cut the whole thing out. Is that a scrapbook? I don't know if it's in the scrapbooking or not. It may well be. But when I looked at it and I saw what actually sold me on it, I love bees. Hello, Mum. Now is your time. You're talking to Ian. Okay, well, that's great. Hi, brother, if you can hear me. All righty. So these nesting dies were what actually drew me to it, I think, more than anything. So, yeah, I think it's great. Lots of little flowers here. Well, maybe that's what these little dots are for. Maybe you could do the flowers and then do a couple of leaves. Maybe that's what it is for. And then you have, it looks like you have, what's that word there? Is it even a word? Looks like you've got, I'd have to have a look at that and see what those are. But it looks like whatever it is, it's got the, what's it around it? I can't see from this what that could be. I will test it out. Everyone's saying hello to you, Mum. Ian, if you're listening, you're really going to have to try and see if you can get her on where I showed her, but I don't think she knows where it is. Okie doke. So that's what I used for this cute little card that I made last night. Okay. So what do you think? Do you like it? I actually don't mind the what I would call the scribbly text. I don't mind it. I think it's quite cute, really. I didn't stamp it very well because I didn't smush it off before I stamped. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So I haven't even cut the card this morning. You'll notice that with this one, there's no border at the top here. So I've added another 0.5 of a centimeter to the main card in the hopes that it will give me a bit of space. So I did decide today to go with my black and my red and my gold. Okay, so my favorite colors for anything crafty. So, okay, so the base card, this is real red. So I'm going to do it 14.5 by 21. So I'm going to cut the 21 first. So I'm doing centimeters, as you can obviously guess. So 21. And then I'm doing it by 14.5 because I just wanted it to be that little bit wider than it was. And then, of course, we score it at 10.5 or we just fold it. We'll do it the right way. Whoops, not like that. Did you notice I keep my thumb out of the way now? I learnt my lesson the other day, didn't I? So there's our card base. Now, for our card top, we want it 10 by 14 centimeters. So let's go 10 by 14. So that's going to sit on the top there, and I'm actually going to emboss that. When I did the one yesterday, I did. Where is it? I thought I just popped it back in there. Oh no, there it is. There. I used this newer one. It's the pressed flower embossing folder. And it came out quite cute. It sort of gives you a little area up here where there's nothing, but then you can see it all around here. So I'm going to use that again. So I'm just going to, I'll finish cutting first. That's probably the easiest way. So that's that and that. And then we need 5 strips, little strips, and they're 2.5 by 6.4 centimeters. So let me see. That one's 2.5 by 6.4. So what I'm doing here, and I'm being a bit naughty because I'm choosing, I looked at the paper. Let me grab that. And as you can see, some parts have got, I wanted the bits with the darker red and also the bits with the most gold in. So I've sort of chosen which bits I'm going to do. You need 5 of these, okay? So let me get that out of the way. I keep reading that, and that's not what I need to read. 2.5 by 6.4. So let me see what I've got here. So I've got the 2.5 by 6.4. So that's 2. I know this is 2.5 because I cut it before. 6.4. 6.4. And Lorraine's talking to herself, and I need another piece. Just checking something here. Yep, they're all going that way. So I need to do it this way. We'll go 2.5. Would you believe I had another piece there? By, actually that piece might have, let me have a look, 6.4. Actually, I might use that piece. I think I might lose that bit of gold, but that's okay. And that keeps it all the same way. Alrighty. So that's our folds. And I will have to cut a piece for the insert, but I'll do that in a bit. I'll put those there. Now, first thing I'm going to do is pop that through the embossing folder. So it's a normal one. So we just lose the number 2 plates. And we'll get that out. Was it this one, Suzanne? It might have been. I don't know. I think I saw someone use it and I thought, you know, that's quite sweet. And so I bought it. All right, so I'm going to pop that in like that. You can see that it's going to give me that little area up there with nothing in it. Then I'm going to pop this through the machine, going straight through and not out the other, not back again. And there we go. Oh, that's really stretched it. That looks quite, see that? I've never had that happen before. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's the card. Maybe it's not as thick as some. Because it's that where it's, so what happens is when we put it through the embossing folder, it actually spreads the fibers. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine once I stick it down. Where did I put that number 2 plate? There it is. Okay, so we're just going to work on these little chevrons. So you can have 3 going one way and 2 going the other. And that way you get them so that you've got one like that and one like that. Or you can do them all the same way and you would have the same both sides. But I think we'll do them like this. So to start off with, we take the right hand corner and we just fold it up and level. If you can see that. And then I'm just going to use my nail, and then you do the other side the same. So that's one like that. I'll do that again. What I was checking before is this, the other side is a little bit directional. Was this the same, was the same one, Suzanne? The same B1? Or did the other one have a, did the other one have a punch? I can't remember. I actually have to go through all my stuff and work out which is still current and which isn't. There we go. So that one hasn't got much gold in it, but that's okay. Now these we do the other way. So we bring the left to the right, down to the, okay, so we're just going to do 2 of these, and then this one. So this is how you get them with the different tops, whereas the other way you get them, let me have a look at that. What's that way? Okay, so this one we bring that one down, and I'm going to lose the gold bit on this one as well. Never mind. A touch of gold will work. And then, yeah, this one goes up. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. Sorry. Oops, oops, oops. Get rid of that crease. So we're coming down with this one, aren't we? There we go. And up. With that one, and we did get the bit of gold. Look at that. Awesome. So that's how that's going to work. Hi, Holly. How are you? There was a B set that had a punch, yeah, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it was Be My Valentine. I'm not sure. I think that may have been back when possibly when I sort of first started. I'm not sure. I don't get many of the punch ones. The one that I wish I did get was the house, the little gingerbread house one last year, and I do believe that it is still current. So there, I might still get that one because that one was quite nice. I liked that. I haven't really worked a lot with punches, so they're a little bit. I have got one. Oh, the toadstools. I got the toadstools. They have the punch. So yeah. Now, have I missed anyone? Hi to Lynn, Holly, Daryl, Sue. If I've missed anyone, let me scroll up. Nope, I think that's it for this morning. And Mum, of course. All right, so we've got 3 going that way and 3 going that way. So we're going to start off. What are we going to do? We'll start off with this one. Now, all we're going to do, and you can see also I left a line at the bottom of there. I did it too. All we're going to do is stick that on there like that. And then we take that one and put it on there like that. And then we go back to this one and back to that one. And then this one will fit straight up in there. Okay, so that's what I'm just going to do that. Let's get the glue. And we will pop these on. So just lining up at the middle and making sure the point comes to the edge. Like that. And then this one. Look at all that gold. Be good if I got that, wouldn't it? And then this one. Just goes on there like that. Just make sure they match at the bottom here. And then we go back to this one. I love red against the black. I really do. Then this one is going to come in here like that. So it's not difficult to do. It's just I'm just making sure I've got all these hearts going the same way. I mean, I don't know that anybody would sort of like pick it out, but they might. You never know. It's the sort of thing I do. And then this one, I've got those all down far enough because that one is sticking up over the top a bit, and it shouldn't. That's maybe that one's not folded down enough. Just see if I can move that slightly. Okay, let's see now. Nope, it still wants to go off. Now that is really weird because why does it always wait to do this sort of thing? I had no problem at all yesterday. None. All right, let's just put it on like that. Okay, so that is our chevron that we have done. I'll probably cut that in a minute so that we still have a point there. Actually, I think I did it. Yeah, I actually started it the other way yesterday, so maybe that makes a difference, but it shouldn't do. All right, so that's what we've got, and that is going to sit on to the backing there. But what I wanted to do was I'm going to add a bit of white. Oh, actually, should I do it on the black? I'm going to try it on the black. I'm going to stamp. I know we keep coming back to it, but I'm going to stamp this, and I'm going to emboss it. So I'll just grab a piece of black in here that's big enough, possibly. Yep, probably do it on there. Oh, this is another card that I've been playing with, but it hasn't turned out right so far. So I'll have another look at that at another time. Just cutting this down because I want it to go through and be embossed. All right, So we'll get the, I was tempted to do one of the I don't want those yet. I was tempted to do one of the others, like one of these other flowers. I suppose I could just, no, I will do what I was going to do because otherwise I'll put myself off. So I'm going to do the large rose. And as you can see, you would be able to use any one of them really. Oh, here we go. All right, I get notifications that pop up and I really must find a way to stop them. All right, so I'm going to use my Versamark ink, and that's copper. We don't want copper. We'll have gold. And I want that. And I'm going to stamp the, oh, don't do that yet. I'm going to take the stamp to that, and I'm just going to wipe around the edge just in case I press too hard because there's Versamark around there as well. All right, then we use, oh, here's my other embossing buddy. I use this one. This one's about 20 years old, you know. Okay, and now I'm going to stamp this. I was watching something last night, I think it was, and someone on there said that when you stamp something, if it sticks, it's a good sign. I'm not sure who said that. Right, so we'll pop this in here. We'll get the gold and we'll pop that all over it. Looks pretty good. And now I'm just going to, sorry, this is going to make a bit of noise, but then we all know that, don't we? So I'm just going to emboss it. I never get fed up with watching this happen. There we go. Gorgeous, isn't it? Makes me feel like a kid watching a magic show. All right, and now I'm going to emboss, cut it out. So I'm moving around with this because my cat is over there. And if he decides to go wandering, that is going to end up everywhere. Okay, embossing folder. Embossing, you know what I mean. Die cut. And make sure that's the one. I'm pretty sure it is. It most certainly is. Let's cut that out and see how it goes. Actually, I might be good today because I don't want to do this 3 times. Pop that there, that there. Get it nicely lined up if we can. Hopefully. Let's do that. Watermelons on my washi tape. See, that's slipped already. So probably a good idea. And plus the card has warped a bit with the heat, so once we put it through here, we should be right. There we go. Put that on there. Put that on there, and let's go. It's funny, isn't it? Because after using the embossing folders, when you put this through, it feels like you've got nothing in there. Okay, get rid of that and that and that. Now, did you want to mark that down on your diaries that I actually used washi tape instead of winging it? All right, that's what we've got. So I'm now going to put that, that's got to go in there, like that. So I'm going to pop that up so that it sits there, I think, up there. So let me stick this, oh no, let's stick that to that first. Let's get the dimensionals, and I just want to pop it all the way. Oh, I've got pieces that haven't come out there. Look at that. Okay, and now I'm just going to put these sort of down the middle and to this side. I'm thinking I might pop a glue dot down there actually. Just to hold that base down. Right. Take these off. I know, it is so gorgeous, Suzanne, isn't it? I think I remember when we were watching when we were on stage, and we had that one up every day on the thing, and I thought then, yep, that's a must. I have to have that. I really do. Okay, so we've got that there, which continues us with the red and gold, and we've taken it over there a little bit. And then I'm just going to put some ink. Oh, what do I do with the ink? There we go. No, it's not ink, it's glue. We're going to put some glue on here. Lots on that corner there. Might just spread that a bit, I think. I very seldom use this other end, but it is good for spreading ink when you've made a big faux pas. Just All right, let's hope that's enough. And we're going to pop that onto there and adding that extra 0.5 of a centimetre made it work better. So we've now got that. Are you? Well, which one was yesterday's? Oh, the view one. This one. This was yesterday's. It's really not hard, Daryl. You won't have any problems with that at all. Yeah, it's. I only think about it like if I need to, and I don't very often use it, but I do smudge it sort of like if I get a really thick gooey bit and I know it's going to go everywhere, I will use it then. So that's the card that we've got at the moment. Now we need to find something to put in the middle. Did you hear that? All right, so I thought that what I would do is do a black background and some white. I don't think I've got enough black in here to do that, have I? I'm trying to be good and use my so I want it about the same as that. Is it that wide? Not quite. I don't think it'll make too much of a difference though, because it is an insert. So what was that? 10 by 14. Let's see what I've got. 10 by 14. Look at that. So I can use that. And then I'm just going to use a smaller piece of, am I? No, you know what? I'm going to have a bit of a play. You can bear with me. What I'm going to do is I've always wanted to use this, which I haven't done yet. And I'm going to use what I put in here. I haven't done a thing on the front yet. How about wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime? And you know, yesterday I couldn't find where the stamp went. Well, I found it. All right, so again, I'm going to emboss this. This is getting a bit. Woohoo. All right. Let's use the Versamark. Oh, helps if you put it on a block, Lorraine. Is that going to fit on there? It'll fit on there that way. So this is it's like a little flowery stamp. What was the name of the lady you said yesterday? Oh, Daryl, I'll have to have a look. Silvis is her first name. And then it's Stemple Boone, B-U-H-N is the last bit. Stemple, S-T-E-M-P-L-E-B-U-H-N. I think she's German. What am I going to do with this now I've done it? I wouldn't mind it actually, I don't know, just maybe going across there like that. And maybe going across there like that. Let's do that. And then we'll put this one. Let's see how I went with that. It's a bit weird, that shape at the bottom, but I think it'll still work. pop that down and just brush off some of that. Yeah, she does. A lot of her stuff is in German, but some of her stuff is dubbed over in English. This looks like a bird with a long tail. Actually, that's quite pretty, isn't it? And I got the brush to do it. I should have brushed that off, but that's okay. So we've got that. So I'm just going to pop that onto the inside of the card. Yeah, that's one I've just answered. That's good. It's funny, isn't it? Because, you start watching people, and then if you like what they do the first time, then you watch it again, and then you watch the next one, and then you watch the next one, and you end up watching quite a few. Now, you can see there that I've got that bit of glitter, the gold that I got the brush here, and then I didn't use it. Silly Billy. Anyway, yeah, so we've got that on the inside. We can leave it without anything on this side, or let's have a look. The other day, that's gone. Let's do another one. The other day I tied a bow with this new gold ribbon. Let's see if we need a bow on it. It might look bad. I don't very often use bows, but occasionally I don't mind putting one on. Has to look right though. I'll put it on and then we can decide whether we want it or whether we don't. Believe me, I'm not fussed either way. So we could put a bow there. What do you think? Bow or no bow? And then I just want to grab... This one really hasn't taken that long, considering, this, I'm tempted to use this because we've got the gold. I think the drusies might be a bit coppery. Yeah, I think I'll just possibly use the gold on there. What do we think about the bow? Yes or no? We can pop it there. It's got the gold the same as everything else. Yes, I can. I will attempt to type it in there in a second, Suzanne. Let's go with a couple of these and I'm done. Whoops. Let's put one up there. Yeah, I will. You like the bow? Holly, you say no. I'm not 100% sure. Anybody else got any input on the bow? I can't do small and large on these because I've either got a very teeny weeny one or these bigger ones. Just gonna put that there. Well, what I might do is pop it on there for now because Daryl came on first. I'm going to chop these ends off a bit more, though. I don't like these great big long ends. There we go. And I'll just pop it there. What do you think? We'll pop it there. Sometimes it's just easier to go with whoever comes up with an answer first. I think, and then Suzanne would probably know about this too. Sometimes when we ask you questions, you might answer them fairly soon after we've asked them, but it sometimes takes a little while for it to get to us, which can be a little bit frustrating. So I will pop it on like put on like that. There we go. So there's our card for today. I'm just going to type that on there. So bear with me. It is, oh, helps if you put the cursor down in the type bit, doesn't it? SILVIS. This is the hard part. STEMPLEBUHN. Okay, that's her name. Okay, alrighty. So there's our card for today. What do you think? Do you like that one? It's this one's a bit more elegant, whereas this one's a bit more frivolous. So you can sort of work with both. You can make something posh or you can make something fun. So that's the card for today. All right. So what I was going to let me get away from this mess because there's quite a mess here. That's lovely. Thanks, Daryl. Thanks, Lynn. Oh, thanks, Holly. And Suzanne. Suzanne, you'll be popping off in a minute, I expect. So just go back up here. So I've been having a thought about what I could possibly do for while I'm away. So I was thinking of doing 4 videos, so 1 each week. You like the B one too? Yeah, they're different, aren't they? So what I thought I might do is bring back some old stuff. So I've already done some tea bag folding with you, but I can do some more. I'm going to do some iris folding, and I'm going to do, now I had it all worked out, iris folding, tea bag folding, and there was something else too. Anyway, if I think of it, I'll let you know on Monday. But a couple of the other things that I've done in the past that I thought I might bring into a couple of the videos that I pre-record. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And I will think of what else I had planned because I had it all there. But anyway, all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. The end of another week. I got the weekend now to try and think about what I'm going to be doing next week. So thanks for being with me. If you enjoyed the content today, if you could like, share, give me the thumbs up, that would be absolutely wonderful. All righty, see you soon. Bye.